for the potentially finale of the lodge. Last we left off, we just discovered a little lab in the forest, in which they fought a couple classic movie monsters and cryptids.
We're being brainwashed.
Yeah, brainwashed cryptids.
And a
The
Nazi.
exact last moment is that the new zombified plant creature that you guys have been keeping with you has just started to plant its roots into some of the plants in the place itself.
Okay. Yep, that's right.
So, just to make sure we're all on the same page, is this a second combat that is starting, or
We're not
is this
killing
just
the plant. At least not yet.
okay?
Unless it causes actual danger, out of character.
Okay. And Graves, I had mentioned Bradley was like leaving, I believe, to go into town buy some diamonds. Am I still around at the moment where the this is happening with the?
Yeah, you're like right in the doorway.
Okay,
I'd say.
got it. Perfectly placed. Is this normal?
I have no idea when it comes to zombified plants, I'm afraid. But it would seem to behave in a parasitic manner, so make it out what you will.
Well, it's been helping us in combat, right? It like
I am
is
back.
I guess Carrie is our mascot, so I guess it's okay. But like there's the like biochemical hazards sign on a lot of those containers that we broke during the fight. Should we leave?
Depends on if you want to leave this plant to grow and either be destroyed by or absorbed and changed by whatever is in there.
I get weed.
I don't want to just leave Carrie here. But
I mean, it looks like she's making some new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yeah, as you watch, one of the plants that Carrie's feeding on begins to shrivel up. And after like a couple more seconds, sprouts a new kind of flower on it.
Huh.
Yep.
Is it starting to move like an undead plant as well?
It's still staying still.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I don't see how that could be a problem. All right, let's get out of here.
Hold on. Out of character. Hold on. Herbalism kit. I try out my herbalism kit.
You trying to do something with it?
Yeah. I gotta find the herbalism kit. Herb. Okay, rules. Okay, you're. Yeah, I can basically do can identify plants, nature, identify poison. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and see if if it's poisonous or not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for me. And with the herbalism kit.
Mhm.
It's using intelligence, I'd say. Actually, no, wisdom. Wisdom.
Fair enough. Oh damn. 26.
Yeah, nat 20.
Nice.
Definitely. You know, you note this new plant. Unlike Carrie, who is just a carnation turned into a zombie plant, this one, whatever it was originally, you don't think is a common plant. Like, this is not something that exists naturally. But from what you can tell of this new plant, the new creation, is it seems to be... You don't... It doesn't really seem to be poisonous, but it does seem...
No. Okay, the power got cut out, which is why the recording is gonna need to be paused back. Okay, recording's back
Awesome.
on.
The little thing you missed is just that Melanie pulled out Carrie from the plant. Carrie still was reaching for it, but otherwise isn't becoming hostile.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. Do we intend to leave the infected specimen alone? Or shall we terminate it?
We're
No,
leaving.
Carrie's the mascot.
Not Carrie. The
Oh.
specimen it infected.
Well, I don't know.
Are we gonna leave the blue person here?
Star, no. We'll take them with us. I'm gonna. Melanie, is it possible to wake someone up with the spell that you cast on them?
It is possible, but then they wouldn't get any of the benefits from it.
Okay. Oh. Maybe Emma and I can like carry them. Find something like a stretcher.
I think I could carry them anyway, but
Okay.
if you prefer it that way.
I don't see any stretchers around, and you're much stronger than me, so I think yeah. All of the cryptids conscious? Because we should also take them with us. Great.
I think I'm trying to remember. I think the only crypt that was conscious was Ralph went back to sleep though. I think I think they're all still unconscious.
Yep.
I am going to cast a healing spell on Bigfoot to try to bring him back to consciousness. To cure wounds. Let's do this. Eight healing.
Who are you bringing back up? Bigfoot?
Hey, buddy, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little messed up. What? A lot just happened. A lot just happened.
Yeah, you were being mind controlled.
Mhm.
All right, we should get out of here. You're big and strong. Can you carry the Swamp Man and Ralph?
Yeah, I'll carry him. Just give me a second, catch my breath.
Uh, um, yeah.
Where are we going? Where?
Where? For now, we're just leaving. We're gonna find a better place for y'all to stay at, and try to find some ways to transform you back into humans.
You can see in my room.
Oh yeah. One of us can cast invisibility, and we can just like sneak you into the lodge, no problem. Well, okay. We might have to like work as a team to smuggle you in, but yeah, like you can just stay in. Like I have a huge room, Bigfoot. You're just welcome to like be my roommate until we like you know figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was your name when you were a human?
I think it doesn't remember, right?
Yeah, I don't really remember. That was a long time ago, and at this point, I'm just Bigfoot.
Okay, all right.
Maybe when you're kids, you can choose another name.
Maybe,
all right.
maybe.
Let's be on our way.
So you're heading back to the lodge. I won't really make you make any checks to carry the other two because they're, currently unconscious, and Bigfoot's carrying them. Yeah, guys. Maybe about an hour later, make it back to the lodge.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Probably going to go for the window. Gotta go for the window.
Is that your plan to get into your rooms through the window?
A window.
I think we could if Bigfoot was able to like get in through this door right here in the lab, then there's a good chance that like we might be able to just cast invisibility and like get them like inside.
Just so you all are aware, I can only cast it on 2 people.
At a time, or before you run out of magic?
At a time.
Okay. We can try to do this as a 2-part thing, you know. First the 2 small ones, and then Bigfoot's.
Does it? If you carry anything, is it invisible?
If we carry,
Anything on your person.
right, but if we're
Does a body count as a person? A body count as a thing? Person?
Oh, you mean if like Bigfoot is carrying the other 2 and Bigfoot is invisible, would the other 2 also be invisible?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because while a corpse technically counts as an object, an unconscious person doesn't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, I'm pretty sure invisibility only works for like small items you're carrying and like clothes. I don't think it works with just like anything you hold up.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
How? Okay, so what's the weather like currently? Is it like uncomfortable to just stay outside until the research for the cure is done?
Probably not. You know, it's summer, but this is a sort of nebulous area. It's not really warm or hot in general, so it's probably like, you know, a little warm out, but nothing uncomfortable.
All right. I think we can just try to connect to the lodge's internet from the inside without smuggling them in, and like try to look for a solution. How long is Star going to be asleep? Do you know?
Half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay,
Right.
cool.
They would be waking up soon then.
Yeah, because we've been walking all the way back.
Yes.
Okay, we can just wait for them, and they can show us how to research werewolf cures and such.
We need a place to stash Bigfoot and friends. Cabin 13 might be a good idea.
Oh, you're so smart.
Could I?
That'll be like the first thing that comes out of my mouth as I wake up.
Mhm.
Good
Just like
morning.
half awake for the conversation. Hey, good morning.
You're slowly being put down.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we're in. Yeah, it. Because it was karaoke night that started all of this, and we ran after Bigfoot in the middle of the night. What time is it now, Graves?
Okay, yeah, it was about. No, it's probably close to like 3 a.m.
Okay, all right. So it's very dark out still.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do what Star said.
Researching cures.
Sorry, what did you say?
Are you researching the cure? Is that what?
I think
Yeah,
everyone
First
can do
cabin
that.
13.
yeah. We put the cryptids in cabin 13, and then we
Yeah.
look for cures.
Yeah. I'll make you roll with that. Yeah, that's they're fortunately not occupied tonight, so you can fit those 3 in there.
And while they do that, I will start looking at cues.
All right, make a computer check. I'll give you advantage because you have already found one of these cures.
Nice.
That's good.
Okay, yeah, 18. Yeah, you find that same page that tells you how the werewolf cures, and looking a bit into the code of it, like there's some other links there, just kind of hidden, both of which leads to a similar Bigfoot section and a swamp creature section. The materials, the ritual's the same. The materials are a little different. You need the same, like, silver dust and epoxy and stuff. But you also, for the Bigfoot, you need Nightsbane that flower. And the swamp monster requires seaweed or something of that kind. You know, it requires an ocean plant.
Would river weed, would the weeds that grow in rivers work?
Probably.
Okay.
Cool. I will write all of that down. How long did that take me to do? Would they be on their way back by now?
Yeah, they'd be like right back when you got there, when you got done.
Okay.
Like I'd say it took you at most like 30 minutes, maybe less.
I'm gonna write down like the shopping list and all of them.
All right. Cool.
Shouldn't take too long to get that stuff. I'm gonna quickly do a few more things and then I'll be with you. But
Okay. I'm gonna go into town and buy the silver dust and try to see if I can find some herbs and buy another diamond because we have to revivify Ralph.
Might I remind you, it's 3 a.m.
Let's sleep.
You're free to go herb searching, or you could just rob the places. But you're not really gonna get like an open store anywhere.
I went out searching for riverweed.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you know, there's like a gas station in town you saw had like a 24-hour, like a 24/7 open sign on it, but there wasn't anything else.
Yeah, I don't think they have diamonds and silver dust at the gas station.
Get some weird requests at this hour.
In this case, I think Bradley is going to head back to cabin 13 to like keep company to the cryptids and let them know like we're gonna we have the solution, we know what the ritual is, we're just gonna need to wait until morning to get all of the ingredients. And I'm also just gonna don't want anything bad happening to them while they're in cabin 13. So in case somebody comes knocking around, I can go out and make an excuse up. So yeah, I'm gonna be staying at cabin 13.
All right. Then we'll just skip ahead to the next morning. I imagine it's probably a bit more. It's probably closer to noon. The fact that it was 3. So you wake up, got your tasks set out ahead of you.
Did we recover?
Yes, you recover.
So a quick question: you mentioned the ingredients: silver dust, epoxy, and some herbs. Did you mean like wolfsbane for the epoxy, or epoxy like the
resin?
Yeah, you need the resin stuff from last.
Okay. All right.
That's what I meant to say, not epoxy.
Got it.
You said. I'll say this is a pretty easy thing. You can easily find more wolfsbane and stuff and get all the ingredients. But I'll just need 2 survival checks to find the new materials.
Fair enough. I'll be helping.
Ooh. That's rough.
Sure.
Okay. Melanie, which plant were you looking for? Were you looking for the nice bane for the Bigfoot, or the reed?
Night. I was looking for the night.
Okay. With your 2 6s, you eventually manage to find enough Nightsbane. However, you run into a few odd encounter. Just you find a lot of like what you think is Nightsbane that you get to reach for, and it turns out it's like a weird butterfly that flies away. A lot of just like almost comic shenanigans with how many times you've been faked out by something that looks like Nightsbane, but turns out to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the end, you do find just enough Nightsbane. Yeah, Emma, so you're looking for the
Riverweed or the similar ocean
riverweed.
plant.
Yeah, you find it immediately. You walk to the river and it is right there.
Probably comes back 5 minutes later and just holds it out.
Melanie, you're done about 3 hours later.
Probably comes back pulling a stick out her hair or something. Foraging is not my thing.
You've had a couple. I won't make you all or anything for me. You've had a couple combat encounters with squirrels.
Oh dear. Hopefully they weren't led by Squallen. No way, it can't be led by Squallen because Squallen is a... Yeah, Squallen is scary.
I don't know what Squallen is.
It's a TikTok.
Okay.
They found out about them.
How?
Anyways.
Yeah.
Continue.
How much does the silver dust cost? I forgot last time.
I'll say 100 will give you enough for both.
Okay, cool. And at the same place, like for the Forged in Fire shop, can I also get a diamond worth like $300?
Not from there. There is a jewelry shop that you can easily get a $500 worth diamond.
Okay, cool. I will do that. So that is going to be a lot of the our resources. But
the clerk, when you buy this diamond, is just visibly confused.
Well, specifically something that costs either exactly $300 or more.
Because first of all, you're asking for an exact priced diamond, like just diamond, not like a diamond of this size or quality, a diamond worth $500. Also, you're just asking for a diamond, not like like a jewelry piece with a diamond in it. You're asking for just a straight up diamond.
Yeah, not specific cut or anything. Just diamond, like, this price. Thank you.
in the world of D&D, it makes a lot of sense that like a diamond of a certain size would be of a certain worth, but in the real world, the prices of diamonds are completely made up by the diamond cartel, and so like it can be worth anything that they say it's worth, as long as I'm paying $300 for it.
One thing
it's the same. Yeah, it's the same in the fantasy world. It's just heavily regulated.
There's one thing you haven't considered. Revivify is technically a necromancy spell.
Yeah.
Yes?
EvoCorp's the one setting the prices.
Oh!
They're buying up all the diamonds!
That makes I mean, yeah.
Like, you can't tell me they don't have a diamond mine somewhere in the world.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And they don't need to pay any of the workers in there because they're all undead.
Yeah, they give new meaning to the phrase
zombie diamond miners.
Gives new meaning to the word blood diamond.
It's a thing I actually put into my setting that I made, is that like the God of Wealth actually basically forces prices to be the same across countries, just so partly because
no, it cut again. Okay, Recording stop now.
Okay.
Testing.
Well,
So,
what
you
you
found
missed
out.
at least is that you found the cure for the guys. You started the ritual. Star has also figured out that basically, sort of by reverse engineering what these masks do, kind of figured out what caused them to turn into these. Essentially, magic basically put like the soul, like a copied soul of a creature into them. So like a wolf for the wolf man, a frog for the swamp man, like an ancient extinct ape species for the Bigfoot. And the masks essentially take that magic out and keep it. So the masks themselves, if you were to put them on afterwards, would reverse that process. So they are. The reason this came up mostly is because you still haven't taken the masks from the two children.
You're right, we haven't.
Let's hope one of them didn't put it on that dog or something as a joke.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, a dog that turns into a werewolf under the full moon is an amazing story.
It's just more dog. More dog.
Just realized the dog got bigger.
It's just maximum. You hear? They released a dog too.
But okay, that we should go and hey Melanie, do you wanna go and pick up those masks? Also, how start real quick because we might just want to break the masks and lift the curses. Does breaking the do you think breaking the masks would, like, you know, it's containing this ancient soul, would the soul just die and move on, or would it go back to possess the previous wearer of the mask? Do you have any idea? Could someone with intelligence roll Arcana for this?
Is that something that I came across while I was looking stuff up, or would have gained knowledge while I saw?
You really don't know what would happen if they break. That's not clear from the sites. However, you know, just give me an Arcana check. Understand like some magical principles and whatnot.
Can I bounce ideas off somebody to try and get advantage? Because I'm trying to figure this out at the minute.
Bradley
Sure.
is helping you bounce off ideas.
Yeah.
I will be your rubber duck. In programming, the programmers talk to their rubber duck about their problems programming, and that, like, by vocalizing it helps them figure it out. I don't know how obscure that fact is, and there was a dead silence after I said I'll be your rubber duck. Okay.
I've heard of the term before, just not as a verb.
Okay. All right.
But yeah. 14 Arcana. Yeah, you think that just based on, unless there's some especially powerful curse or whatever to this like effect, there shouldn't be anything tying these these masks anymore. So if they break, it shouldn't really do anything. Like, you think most likely scenario is if they break, it'll just release the magic off into the void of nothingness, and then I don't know. Maybe some like cricket a continent away is gonna get hit with a wolf spirit and just become like a slightly larger, much more terrifying cricket. But that's like worst case scenario.
So the spirit will just find a new host if the mask is broken.
It could find a new host. Like, you think it's just the soul, whatever the magic in it is just gonna go. It's gonna go away. You don't know if it's gonna go into a person or if it's just gonna like fly off into space forever. It's just gonna go.
So we have to keep. We have to put epoxy around the epoxy masks to preserve them no matter what.
We shall dip them in amber and turn them into sarcophagi.
Oh,
Like,
that is
it will
very
take
smart,
like
Emma.
a day. Basically, take like a full day for this effect ritual to finish.
Okay.
So it's fun for the rest of the day.
Star, I have one more question, right? If someone thought it would be a cool idea, could someone put on multiple masks and like get all of the different ancient souls trapped in a single body and have a Bigfoot that also turns into a werewolf during the full moon?
That sounds awful.
I'm
I'm really not entertaining the idea of building a chimera with these.
I'm casting guidance so that you have
Try
a
and
bonus
figure it out.
a bonus to your Arcana to figure it out. Let's see. Can't I just roll? Yeah, I could just roll a d4. Okay.
With a rubber duck, that's 11.
That's 11.
And is this to tell if the Chimera thing would work?
Yes.
Okay, 10 Arcana. You don't know.
Well, either way.
You know, there's a chance. But you get the more distinct feeling that, you know, even if it is possible, or if it isn't possible, either way, you probably shouldn't try.
Mm-hmm.
For many a reason.
We're not going to attempt this. It might work, but that's still a bad idea.
Okay. What I'm hearing is we're not gonna try this unless we get put into a very, very bad situation and we have no other choice.
I feel like that's a worse choice than the situation we'd be in at the time.
Well, we'll see when we get there. Yeah, we should probably.
All I can think of is what would happen if somebody put a mask on the head from the other campaign.
On the what? Oh, on the head. Yeah. That would
Please,
be amazing.
no.
Additional curses.
How cursed can we make this cursed object? Just masks glued to every side of its head.
Oh dear.
Melanie, you're the only you know where the kids live. We like if we need to go and grab the masks, should we all tag along with you? They might be werewolves when we get there, and that would be a problem.
It would be a good idea for all of us to go, but maybe not all of us stand in the door.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Can we leave a phone with the three of them? Surely one of them can figure out how to push buttons. Just in case they need to get in touch. I feel like Ralph could probably push buttons decently. Swampman might just get the phone soggy.
I don't know, what about his claws?
You can push buttons with claws. I've seen people with really long nails use phones.
True enough.
Yeah.
And at least in this era, it's not too much like touchscreen and it's actual buttons.
Yep.
But just in case they need to get in touch with us or we need to get in touch with them, I feel like having a line of communication would probably be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Last question before we head off. Does it still look like there's Quicksilver in the well?
you look down, use some light. You do see there is nothing in the well. It is fully empty all the way down. It goes down maybe like 15 feet past where the Quicksilver was. And you can even see there's actually a little drain on the bottom.
There's a drainage thing to like empty it when it's not in use.
Cast light on a stone and drop it down just to see, if there's anything a bit more sketchy down there. Or is
Make
it
an
just
investigation
a
check.
drain? Okay.
With disadvantage if you're not going down there.
Oh, I'm not going down there. I was just trying to look over the edge. That's not bad.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Oh, my bad. Gonna be a 2.
If I give them the help action, could it be a straight roll?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take the 18.
Cool.
You can just barely make this out, but there is some symbols on the drain itself that look to be, they look like some kind of make an additional just history check for me. This is like a DC 10.
Okay.
Assuming both of you? Or one of you?
Just know what the... Okay, perfect. Yeah, these are...
14.
Yeah, I don't know if you... With a 10, you don't know what they are, but you can recognize these
14.
as Nordic
Guidance.
runes.
Yeah, I cast guidance.
Yeah, on the thing itself is Nordic runes.
Ooh.
Are they visible enough to be sketched out in the notebook?
Just barely.
Do you want me to roll perception to
Nah,
write them down?
you can write them down. It's just like you gotta strain your eyes.
I
The
could
one roll that I have high skill in, and that's the one that's not needed.
Yeah, like or like if needed, I could climb back down there or jump back down there.
Please don't jump.
Yeah, especially like Emma had to help us out last time. I won't this time. Okay.
Then you could fly.
Yes, that too. Okay, let's grab the werewolf masks.
Can we be a bit less full on with magic today? Because we have simultaneously irritated every faction in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Nazis, the Russians, and Evil Corp all know that we were the ones who did everything.
Well,
Assuming there's a decent security system in the laboratory. That's the only one we might not have annoyed is the Nazis. But that still leaves Evil Corp, which is one of the most terrifying companies in existence. And essentially the fairy tale KGB. This is terrifying.
Very true.
Well,
I have no interest in stretching to the arcane if not needed. So yeah.
I understand the desire to lay low when you attract this much attention, but I think the better solution is to get out of town, is to get the hell out of here.
Oh, I totally agree. I more just mean, let's not, mess with our reserves of abilities.
Oh yeah. Let's keep it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's head into town.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all going, or are we splitting into groups? Is there anything else that we need to do?
I don't know. Not for the cure, not really.
Cool. And they're gonna phone to connect to us if they need to. I think we've got everything done and underway other than just retrieving the
Yeah.
masks then.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully.
Shouldn't be.
Right, let's go. Do we have the golf cart with us? Because we stayed at the hotel and then came here.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, you probably take the golf cart, I assume.
Cool. At least then we can take the golf cart back into town too. And not pay the rent fees. It's going to be the true end game of this, isn't it? Is the final boss is just who we rented the golf cart from. Finally
It's just-
coming to collect.
There's just this one like intern at the lodge that's been like getting chewed out so much for losing a golf cart. He's got a full revenge plan out for you.
How much money have we racked up at this point?
I feel like at least a week has gone past, if not two.
Yeah, you guys have had that thing for like a week.
And it's been in every major crime scene so far.
And to note, the renting thing is by the hour.
I'm not very good with math. They didn't put the GPS on their golf cart, and now if I just have it long enough and everybody's memories reset, it will be mine. So
True.
If
we're
it was
okay.
$20 an hour at 7 times for 7 days. Would that be? It would be around 140, around or more of that. I don't know exact numbers, but
There's 168 hours in a week.
Okay.
168 hours.
And how much is it per hour?
I don't know, it's probably like just 2.
2? Okay. Right. So
164.
yeah, yeah. We
Oh, I can almost pay that off now. That's fine.
Yeah.
336
So long as there are no late
times
fees.
hold on.
Late fees and interest added. That's a few
Is
grand.
there?
5%
out.
every hour cumulative.
Maybe. You might find out. You know.
Why cumulative? That's evil.
Yes.
Okay, let's go steal from children.
Okay.
Let's
That is the
go.
phone number.
Let's go make sure the children don't touch cursed objects. Is even better.
We give.
They weren't cursed when we gave it to them. They absorbed the curse.
In all
Yep.
fairness, they curse the objects technically.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, you towards same house that you went to last time. It's like this might be like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. About maybe a little later. You head there, knock on the door, and the younger of the 2 brothers opens up the door. Hello.
Hi again.
Oh, you guys. Hey, why are you here?
You have those masks?
Yeah, the cool ones you left.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't put them back on after you took them off, have you?
No, we just kept them.
Cool.
Good.
Kind of dumb the whole prank thing.
All right.
Hmm.
Could we have them back?
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion. Is Melanie helping me here?
Yeah.
Does that give me advantage here, Graves?
Sure.
Cool. 25.
25. Yeah. He looks back at where these two like silver wolf masks are just kind of like sitting on like their like a mantle, and he goes, sure, I guess they're yours. He walks over, has to pull like 2 stools to get up to the mantle.
Poor kid.
And walks back over to you with the 2 masks.
Okay.
So what are you doing with them?
Huh? Oh,
What are you doing?
we are
They're very.
we're making sure that they don't let out the curse that's inside of them. Okay.
They were cursed?
Well, they have. Well,
They have some sort of disease.
He looks terrified.
Yeah, we're just
Don't worry.
Don't worry. You're safe now. You're safe
You two be quiet.
now. Okay.
Don't worry. Everything's fine.
It doesn't sound like it, but
As long as you wash your hands.
he runs for the sink, closing the door behind him.
Okay.
That sounds like it went really well.
We got the masks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. That was a weird yawn.
Indeed, that was a weird yawn.
What are you talking about, Brian? Okay. Sir, we don't really have anything else that we're supposed to do. We now have intel from 2 factions that we haven't shared with Bandercross, so we might be able to ask him 2 more questions. And if we do so, and after we do so, we might know how to get out of here. I think I already have an idea of how to get out of here, but should we decide on what questions we're gonna ask him and just go talk to him?
Yeah. Do you want me to go and start prepping the rest of the information to give to him? Because so far we haven't really given him much in comparison to how much we have.
Yeah, and we should arrange to meet him in a neutral place, which means not at the lodge, but in that clearing in the woods that's like really close to the lodge, and that looks beautiful. You know, that little place where we found the
creepy bones.
Yeah, the creepy bones with the white mold on them.
Bradley, I'm only going to ask you this one more time. If you're planning something, we will work with you.
Okay. I right. Okay. Well, I was thinking of falling from the sky, and casting polymorph on myself to be a killer whale, which is huge thing, and then uh, just crash on Bandercross. Uh, if I survive, then I can cast Revivify on Bandercross. If I die, Emma can Revivify me, and then I can Revivify Bandercross. And then, since he was dead, we will be able to leave this place, right?
How are we going to explain away a killer whale?
We're gonna tell him the truth after the fact.
What happens if the information we're about to get from him negates this entire idea?
Then you cast message as I'm falling to the ground, and because I will still have the fly spell active on me that I used to get high in the sky, I will be able to stop myself from crashing into Bandercross.
I really don't know about this. I'm not massively against it because I don't know how many other ideas we have. But anybody else got something that doesn't involve a suicide landing of a sperm whale?
I mean, to begin with, just ask what he knows.
Which is the first step of the plan, where y'all can talk to him in the clearing while I'm gaining altitude.
What if we need more time?
Well, I will spend another more spell slots to keep flying and stay in the sky.
So do you want to try and just stay in the sky and then we just give you the go?
Yeah, that's like you can oh, we could listen. I'm gonna leave my phone on a call. Oh no, we don't have any service. Never mind. But yeah, you can use message and oh, the code word to get me. I have message. It's only 120 feet, but that's a pretty good fall distance.
How are we going to contact you if you're the one with the contact option?
Oh, I have message as well.
Yeah. And the code word to get me to drop is "these shoes are made for walking." Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Is everybody on board with this? Do we have any tweaks?
I'd prefer if it didn't come to violence, but that's me.
Okay, which means I'll go back and prepare.
I wish for more alcohol.
And tell him where we're meeting. Does
Very
that
well.
sound good?
Sure.
I want more alcohol.
I feel like I need a smooth talker with me. Melanie, will you come with me just in case he's a bit not happy
Sure.
about wandering out into the middle of the woods?
Probably a good idea.
Cool. And then I will head back with Melanie.
Okay. Then you and Melanie.
I probably have like a spare hard drive somewhere already want it all printed out.
I assume you have a good amount of, like, whether or not you have it like written down, even if you don't, you can just probably remember most of it.
That's fine.
Yeah. I guess so. The information you haven't told them yet is all the info you got from Evil Corp, and their files and stuff. Then this recent cryptid exchange.
Yep, and the information that I got from the computer in that. And then the fact that there's Nordic runes on... Is it Nordic or Norse?
It's Nordic.
Nordic.
I think that's the same thing, technically.
It is both attack.
Yeah. So yeah, I will gather up all of that information. As far as I know, the only information that I gave him was when I originally hacked the system, like, remotely. So he's got a lot of info to get through.
Yes, and my Zydeco Knight.
Do you go ahead and approach him?
Yeah? I think. Where is he?
He's actually in the dining room for lunch.
Once in at the table, I'll just ask if we can talk, and if he wants some time to finish his meal or whatever first.
Oh,
Or we'll just leave the talking to Melanie.
Yes, I could clear my schedule. Do you have some new insight into some aspect of the town? No.
Fair bit, actually.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
I'll put the hard drive on the table.
Is it possible we could speak as soon as possible?
Of course.
Of course, good. Then as soon as I finish up here, it'll be 15 minutes. I'll meet somewhere.
Yeah,
Is that
thought it would be
necessary?
nice to have a little picnic.
Is it close to the lodge? I hope.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Just tell me where, and I'll be there in 15 minutes.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, so we told him Wano.
Yep. You don't have anything else to say just then? He goes back to eating a comically tall sandwich.
I mean,
Should
it's
we
possible
start
to
off?
have a stack of sandwiches.
We're talking like Scooby-Doo style tall sandwich?
Not that tall, but like it's almost a foot.
Whoa. He's gonna unhinge his jaw like a snake? Can we sit on the opposite table and watch him? I'm curious now.
Yeah.
As you watch him eat, you make a wisdom saving throw, both of you.
Oh god.
Okay, 23.
Eldritch horror grandpa.
Melody, when you're watching, you just kind of like don't see anything. Like you see, he picks up the sandwich, goes to bite it, and then it's bitten and back on the plate. Star, you see that as he goes to eat it, it just kind of disappears. Like he doesn't even bite it; it just kind of goes up to his mouth, and then it's just gone.
Wait a minute. Okay. Out of character, that's disguised self at work, isn't it? Like when the mouth doesn't line up properly with the image that you're projecting?
I don't know necessarily if that's how disguise self works.
Yeah,
Because you can make yourself look bigger or in a different shape or anything, but you're still inside that image.
I think that disguise self, being a spell and being like magic, you would manage to compensate for that. At least like because like I've had players disguise themselves to go to a dinner to like impersonating someone, and like it had to have worked, you know. I guess it kind of depends on the GM.
Normally, when you use disguise self, there isn't that much of a height discrepancy, especially when you're sat down. But I'm pretty sure disguise self doesn't have a size limit on it.
I'm pretty sure you saw 3 of them.
No, because small creatures can disguise themselves as medium creatures using disguise self. I'm pretty certain, and that's normally
I'm
when
not
the
actually
discrepancies
sure.
come in.
Well, there's a discrepancy.
Anyway, we're getting off track, and my character does not have high Icona, so that's terrifying. Even if that is not the case.
Star, disguise self says specifically that you can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, and you can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Then
Was there anything else we learned from watching a man eat a sandwich?
I guess you learned that he really likes sandwiches.
So he lifts an entire foot-sized sandwich just roughly towards his face, and part of it disappears.
Yep.
I think there's something living in his beard. It's the only thing to me that makes sense right now. Anyway, let's go and have a picnic.
Pardon me while I'm retconning some stuff.
It's not the old man. It's the gnome that lives in his beard.
Yes, it's the robot piloted by a gnome.
Then go ahead
Men in Black style.
and go to where you all are waiting in the forest.
I hope it doesn't rain large mammals.
Squirrels are quite vicious.
All right. Because I can hold the spell concentration for 10 minutes, I'm going to I'm gonna be 120 feet up in the sky and waiting for him to show up. Can I see can I see them through the leaves properly from 120 feet? Or
yeah, this clearing is easily visible from above.
Okay, but that means they can also see me.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got like really high up, if anyone looked up, they'd see you.
Okay. Okay. So minor illusion is not a concentration spell, but it can have a duration of 1 minute. So I'm going to continually cast minor illusion to have like a little cloud beneath my feet that kind of hides me, and I'm gonna like crouch in the little cloud while maintaining the concentration on fly, to appear like just a tiny cloud in the sky, and that's it.
Roll deception or stealth.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I think that
Which one?
Actually, it would be whatever the. I don't think you really do that. I think it would just be, the minor illusion save.
Okay.
Okay.
My it doesn't really have. Oh, okay, yeah. Successful intelligent investigation check. Yeah, against your spell save DC. That's a 16 investigation check. If the person uses their action to examine the sound or image.
Yep.
Short of him pulling out a telescope, should be good.
Or
Sun
maybe
knows he's
like
cloud.
if it's a clear day and there's just one small cloud in the sky and it's really close to the clearing where you have a meeting, that might tip you off. So it's all about how well he rolls on his investigation.
We can keep distracting him. It's fine.
Alright. Then, about 15 minutes later, a certain Albert Vandercross walks out into the clearing. Who all is just kind of waiting for him?
Brian is just like waiting with a bunch of beers.
I must lean that against the tree.
There is sand on the floor. Or in the golf cart. One of the two.
I'm right on top of him, but because the tokens don't.
Best if you stay under him or like on the side of him.
Yeah.
Just stay on the side. That'll work. I'll
and put like a token on there for.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
I put a feather on you.
Oh, we both put it. There we go.
All right. Before everything, Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed you among cocktails. Pray for me now that the hour of soon.
Okay, where is Melanie?
Probably around here.
Oh, and Carrie should also be on the map, probably.
Oh yes, if you're bringing the plant, you don't have to bring the plant.
I'm bringing the plant.
Okay.
Do we have like a blanket over it to shield it from sunlight because it dies from sunlight?
You can put it in the shade.
Okay, cool.
It's about 3 at this point, so the sun is shining.
Plus, I got some cloth.
You could probably have like.
What have you called to tell me?
Don't get long enough.
The information I got.
And what information is this?
The information that I gave you was it okay?
Oh, you gave him the files and stuff at the place.
Yeah, I gave them. I just put the hard drive on the table.
Oh.
It's partial knowledge. I'm assuming. Hopefully.
Yeah. He takes out the hard drive, casts a spell, and he's using some kind of like illusory like projector. Just kind of starts playing through all the information like on the ground.
Oh, you've got to teach me how to do that. That's cool.
It would indeed be useful.
It skips a step from having a hard drive to needing a computer.
I'm just. Just gonna roll insight on him.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out if he knows about
About what?
What he's planning. And what we're planning.
You don't really get any indication that he hasn't looked up at all, but ever since he got here, he's been uncharacteristically nervous.
I wonder why.
So, yeah, he finishes looking through all the information, gets the end of the hard drive, and just goes, "Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of new information. Hmm.
How many questions
quite-
does that get us?
How many questions? Well, I could be stingy and give you just 2, since it's really just 2 separate things, but honestly, with all the stuff that's in here, 5. You get 5 questions.
Cool.
What's your first?
Why is the dome here? Why is the barrier?
The barrier is here because of where we are. The town itself is not really the same. It's not on Earth. It's not in any place on Earth. What you see as a barrier is essentially the edge of this world.
So we're in another
There he
plane of
is.
existence.
Essentially, yes.
That better not count it as a second question.
And it seems to wrap around, I believe, mostly because if you simply, if a human from Earth just walked around, basically a whole planet in just a day, they might get a little confused. So it kind of messes with your mind a bit. I assume not make most people go insane. That's just a guess at that point.
Why were we specifically brought here?
Okay, well, I bring people here often. Usually I try to find ones who I think have a good chance of helping me figure out some of the mysteries here. You especially were quite convenient. You all had knowledge of magic, but you weren't wrapped up in any organizations already. This is perfect timing. I was looking at another group for a while, but they got snatched up. But yes.
They got
That's 2
banned or
questions.
snatched up. Sorry, I'm not here.
Just making jokes to himself in the sky.
Got 2 questions down to 5.
So,
Anybody else got a question?
is there a way to return? And in that case, how?
I'll keep that as one question. There's a way out. You can go back to the main world. How is difficult? The easiest way would be to collect a few items. We need one ion. He pulls out a small, like, bluish. It's this contraption of a bunch of small bluish mirrors. That's about the size of like a baseball. And two other items that are currently not in my possession.
What are they?
Well, to keep that within... I'll keep that within the same question. Well, one of them is an engine of sorts. The Russians have a device that powers the whole world, essentially. Of course, it can't be just turned off for a variety of reasons. You'd have to finish the whole process. The final one is in the hand of the Ananerba. They have basically the power source. The Russians' device is what controls everything. They have a power source for it, and then I have the final key here. If you brought me along, I could, or if you just got me the three devices, you could get out.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Yeah.
22? You get the sense that he's telling the truth. You feel like he might be withholding some information, but everything he's said so far has been the case. Like, it's been, like, honesty. He says one more thing, though. Now, there's another way out that I don't recommend for personal and moral reasons. If you were to destroy any one of these three devices, any one of these three items, this whole world would crash. It would collapse into itself and expel everyone back to where they were before they entered. The reason I don't recommend this is rather simple. This would end the specific effect that's keeping most people in here alive. Anyone who has been in here long enough to where they would have died naturally would die the minute they returned.
I feel like keeping up people's unnaturally long life isn't really important enough.
I mean, feel free to believe that, but most of these people, as you know, haven't really lived unnaturally long. They all have only memories of maybe their last, well, however long they look, however old they look, they remember that.
But
I don't remember
never
anything
going
else.
to have that because of the system.
That is a part of it. Which
So
is why I'm
he's saying
saying
that
if you do what, complete the device, if you complete all three parts and perform a ritual that, I can teach you, that will just end it peacefully, and everyone will be set free in the form they currently live in.
Okay, cool.
so people who have been missing for what 40 plus years That's how some of the lost cases were. Are all
Close to
just gonna
60
get
for some of us.
like gonna spat out into the world with absolutely nowhere to go, no idea of anything outside, and you think that's a good thing?
Oh no. As you can probably tell, most people here have to believe they're living in 2012, as the rest of the world is. I've managed to keep their minds more up to date for the hope that one day they can get out and return to normal life. I mean, sure, it's obviously going to be hard for many of them, but I mean, surely it's better than just them dying. You have 2 more questions.
What was the end game of all of this?
Well, that presumes there was just one end game, but my end game was research. I wanted to, I really just wanted to see what would happen for the most part. I wanted to see how the device would function, how this world would work. Test out a few. You have a fairly large population to test out some magic on. But
Trapped a few hundred people in a time loop to the point where now they're going to die if they're released out of it.
them properly. The others that I worked with had their own goals. Don't entirely know what they were. We sort of just kind of kept to ourselves, only helping in the research.
Does anybody else have questions to ask?
I mean, hope O'Brien got the question. What about the children? The children who are born here.
Well, there
If there is any.
There's been a few. They just generally have remained children. You can't actually age here. It's impossible.
Oh, that's interesting.
We have one question left.
I believe so. Yeah, I think you got one question left.
Okay.
I'll keep the children question within the last one because it kind of fits into the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the final question.
I have one potential option for it, but it would just be expanding upon a prior one.
If it's expanding on a prior one, I can keep that within the prior one if you would like.
I don't mind then, which is simply if you had an idea how to get our hands on the other devices.
Well, I can only imagine that they're within the hands of those who currently own them. So,
Right.
either the Community of Nul or the Arneba they obviously have their own base operations. You've been to one.
So it's likely they're in the hands of them and they're unlikely to give it to us.
I would doubt they'd give it freely. I would, however, as he hands you the little mirror device.
Thank you.
Very well.
What is that?
Just think of it as a control mechanism of sorts. Yeah. It's a button, essentially.
Is for what?
It's for the device that controls this whole world, this whole little pocket dimension thing we're in.
So if we press the button, thing die?
No, I think what he said is that like we need to assemble the power source, the machine itself, and the button to get everyone out of here safely. Otherwise, a lot of people will like age instantly when they get back to the world.
Yes, if you complete the device, everyone leaves as they are, happy, healthy, and can go on with a normal life. If you choose to just break the devices, then the whole world crashes down. You all will get to leave, but most everyone else will die. I would prefer that not be the one that happens. Just
Fair enough.
But yes, I believe I still owe you one question. Make it a good one.
I don't know if I would know this though. So I'm not gonna ask.
One important question.
I was going to suggest. Do you know what these boots are for? But did you ask him, Melanie, if he's allergic to fish?
No,
Okay.
No.
that was out of character.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm going to look at the others to signal. Do they have any other questions?
Emma does not seem to come up with anything at the moment.
I mean, I don't know. Hope O'Brien would not. He has a question, but I won't ask it because. I mean, it is plot related to his backstory, but I'm not gonna ask it because.
I mean, if no one else is going to ask a question, you might as well.
And I don't know if O'Brien will just like. I don't know if Hope O'Brien actually knows this. Mostly because he's just like drowning the thing out, but. Question.
I think I personally would like to know what organization he's a part of. Oh, actually, we know he's a Hermes Trismegistus, right?
Yeah, you have heard.
Okay, cool.
You got that.
Ask him if Theo is also a Hermes.
thinking. Should I or should I not ask?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask a question. Nobody else is coming up with one.
Uh. Okay. I'm just gonna say it's out of character. What do you think about this question? What? How, what do you know about the voices? About the voices in his head. Probably not helpful, but
You can feel free. If you ask that, you can answer. Do you ask it?
I really do, and I feel like I don't want to. It's hard to. I'm still thinking on asking that.
I'll give you time. You know,
Yeah, he just thought.
if
Yeah.
no one else who can ask the question wants to, that's a whale.
Yep, I'll ask. Yeah, like. So where is the what's with the deal with voices? What have you? He just like drinks the. He just like downs the whole bottle of beer.
You see, Bearcross, just kind of.
Unless you even know. Don't you
Okay.
know?
I actually brought you here because of your voice. I mean, I don't. You have a being in you. It's a very. It's a complex topic to cover for this. Just know it's personally, I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I'm sure it's providing you some kind of benefit. Just
Fair enough.
This is.
He started drinking like he started drinking like more bottles. So how much bottles have I drunken right now?
You drink a few.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it like at 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
I have 2 left.
Well then, if you all are out of questions, I will leave you with just a last bit of a warning.
Right.
There might not be much time left. I've noticed both well, all three technically groups you all have been messing with have gotten a little rowdy, and well, there's a reason why we three haven't fought directly all that much, and that might be coming to an end soon. So,
And that would be?
well, that would mean if all, if anything goes wrong in us actively fighting each other and one of us ends up messing with one of the devices, that would cause this world to collapse. But they seem to be a little crazy right now. You've been messing with their plans a lot. So I'd just I'd be careful. This
Right.
and I'd hurry as well. But I bid you good day.
Good day.
Is to walk back to the lodge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Do we though?
technically, you still need to. Okay, before he goes, he also like gives you a very old piece of paper, like a scroll, basically, that has on it a ritual. He hands that to
Cool.
the same
Now he
person
has no
hands
use.
That is a very good whale.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can you tell I went to art school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, he comes to leave.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Drop it.
Do you whale drop him?
I like nobody's given me the signal yet.
I can't.
I can't either.
Melanie,
do
well-
you give the signal?
Sorry, Bradley.
Yeah,
We need him
That's
alive to
message
keep the
while I was
world.
thinking that the boots were made for walking.
Yes. All right.
But he's not. He's just leaving. So
Yeah. I'm
pretty
gonna
sure
use
you're-
I'm gonna use my movement to get an extra 60 feet up in the air and then drop. So in 5th edition, the dropping speed is 500 feet per turn. So I would immediately drop the entirety of the 180 feet, which would be 18 d6 points of damage. And just before I hit the ground, I polymorph into a killer whale. I don't know how much HP they have. Let me have
There's
a...
like an official thing, but
Oh, there is one. There is an official killer whale. It's on Roll20 too. Like it's in the compendium.
Killer Whale has 90 hit points
Yes.
Nice.
averagely.
Yes.
Yeah, it has 12d12 plus 12.
Yep. Okay, I'll choose 9. I'll think 90 will work. 53 damage. Well, you and your whale form immediately take 53 damage.
Okay.
As you
Oh
crash
gosh,
to the
I'm not.
ground.
I'm not even dead as a whale.
Flop on him quick.
I still have fly on, so next turn I'm gonna fly up and back up.
I'm gonna make it polymorph because it's both concentration.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well,
You have to beat on the 26.
does he survive the 53 points of damage though?
Well,
We can't see him.
as you slam down into the ground, you see
Thought the thing is safe.
you
The
are just laying there, really hurt, and you see from through you, the image of Albert Bannercross just walks through.
What?
This motherfucker. He wasn't here. We just
He looks
dropped
back.
a whale on a projected image.
He looks back at the whale and it's just that is honestly a first. That is gotta say you're creative.
Star's gonna come out from the bushes like, did it work?
I do not transform back.
Future advice.
Okay.
Future advice. I just wouldn't try to get. You'd be wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
Would something bigger have worked?
It's an illusion. You can't hit an illusion so hard you hit the person.
So,
Tell that
So
to
if he was an
Spider-Man.
illusion, did the items we got given were they an illusion?
probably like the simulacrum
Nope.
of sorts or something.
Simulacrums can still be killed.
Yeah, simulacrums are physical. Yeah, the item you got is it's real.
Hmm.
Shenanigans.
You know, roll. Anyone who wants to roll Arcana.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, Brian.
Of
I'm gonna
course.
start, Star and Emma, I don't think you're supposed to advantage on that.
No,
yeah,
I
you
don't.
two. Yeah, you two don't really see anything. Melanie, you'll notice sort of the illusion effect. Since I think you probably know a bit about illusions from your type of magic, being an old bard thing. It's not right for an illusion. Like you see the the effect is more like code than it is an actual like illusory like flip. How about Brian? For whatever reason, I think you hear a voice in your head just sort of plant this information there. Simply the idea that you don't think he was ever there. You don't think you've ever seen the real Albert Vandercross. It has been some kind of copy or illusion this whole time.
Rude.
You basically think he's like an AI.
I'm just like holding my head. Tobo Brian is like holding his head. Da. So you weren't real from the start.
Darn.
You.
He's already left. He's gone.
Come on!
Did he walk away or did he vanish?
He just walked away. Walked back.
Yo,
It would have been.
yo. I had a realization. If he was an illusion, maybe somebody else was the real one. And guess who is known to wear many types of hats and play many roles? It was Theo all along.
God damn it.
Where's Theo?
Next we drop a whale on the lodge.
No, I can only do a polymorph once a day. I'm done.
The remnants of the wild.
You just keep going up and up. You're gonna kill every single employee of the lodge.
There's like 2 employees at the lodge.
And one of them is the employer.
No, there's three employees.
Oh yeah, there's the bar
Bartender,
person.
Theo, and the chef.
The barkeep, the chef.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the chef.
True.
You've seen a few other people every now and again, just doing like, random tasks. But almost every single task you've seen has been done by Theo, with the exception of the barkeep and the cook.
I'm very suspicious of Theo now.
You guys have always been suspicious of Theo.
Fair enough.
Anybody who just wears a different hat and suddenly has a different job, I'm suspicious.
I have a question.
Well educated. Yes, what is the question?
Okay. So this is shenanigans, but the killer whale has echolocation blind sight for 120 feet. I don't know if that would technically work with air or with the ground. I want to know if this blind sight 120 feet, if there's anybody else who, like, within 120 feet who is like just moving around or having a reaction when I almost kill Vandercross. Just a quick question.
No. There's a squirrel in a tree, though.
Okay. I probably scared it by landing as a killer whale.
It bolted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we now have the issue that organizations might have just seen a whale fall from the sky.
You guys are far enough away from the town. Yeah. They probably wouldn't have.
In the observatory, they're not going to notice a whale falling.
Like, at least someone will have heard, and because I was, like, I didn't specify it. I didn't specify it, but I did yell Bradley Roy and then transform and keep trying to yell while I was a whale. So a sound was made for sure. And then also, like, I did crash into the ground.
Whale sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a perfect whale imprint in the ground.
Can I get everyone to roll a perception check?
Fair enough.
Everyone? Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys. Yeah, I think you're all gonna notice this.
I also have 22 passive.
Yeah, you're all gonna notice this. Coming from the direction of the town, you see a bright red light of a flare. And a couple seconds later, see a few more. A couple seconds later, a few more. That's it. You see a couple flares go up.
Oh, that's weird.
Distance.
Not as weird as the AI thing, but
Can you tell whereabouts in town they were coming from?
You see, make a straight intelligence check. To like, I'll give you advantage if you have your map.
never mind.
Ooh, 21.
Yeah, Emma, you can easily pinpoint that the first flare would have come from the observatory. The next flares came from just like a few other places in town, like random locations, like the press, like the newspaper, one from the mayor's office, one from the jewelry store. Then, right after that, you notice a slightly different color of flare. More of a orange goes up in a few different places. One noticeably being from the museum.
Oh
Right.
no.
Both
And
going to
then-
send a list.
Silence.
We might want to get a move on. Now,
Yeah.
observatory or museum first?
We already know the observatory, but the
Yeah.
museum's closer.
Yeah.
Also, if we die before we can, if we die on the first go, we might as well be taking down Nazis with us. So I vote museum.
It's a fair point. If I go, I want to be killing Nazis, but at least it's making a difference.
All right, let's
running
go
to
get
town?
that power source.
Okay. Then, yeah. As you head towards town, I assume you take the golf cart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. Our mighty steed.
Yes.
Do-
I
do I-
will place you on this town map. You get towards like right at the entrance of the city.
I think as we approach the city, Emma does get off the golf cart and so takes up a bit more hidden position.
I'm gonna shrink you all when you get.
I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Graves, you're probably going to want to put Melanie's token on there
Yes.
yourself.
One day we'll fix that. Maybe.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what caused it.
Who knows?
Maybe it's because I keep on cutting out.
Maybe it's because it's a token. It's not a token. But
Roll20 has some like shady programming, so it might just like not register that you're trying to drag your token like onto there. But that's we can work around this. Could you resize us, please?
Yeah, I'll get you that resized. Probably gonna have to do that a lot.
Hmm.
In a few. Actually, I think your price pretty small.
Oh, dang.
That looks right.
It would help a picture Bradley using that machine gun
That
while
machine
we're
gun?
on the golf cart or the automatic thing.
It's probably
That'd be a
in
pretty
front
good
somewhere.
way to deal with.
Yeah. I have another idea.
Hmm.
That's a good idea.
You'll see on my turn. Let's. Should we roll initiative? Those look like enemy combatants.
Don't roll initiative just yet.
Okay.
Okay.
In this case, okay, this truck right here is stopped right now. Yes.
Yes.
Is
It's
anyone
stopped and noticeably empty.
okay? Are the keys still in the ignition?
No, they're not. They are
Okay.
not in the ignition.
While the others are like getting the attention of those people, I'm going to roll investigation to see if I can find the keys to either this truck or one of the two vehicles that are in the back.
Always tried Hotwire.
Oh, I don't. I'm better at. Oh, actually, investigation is intelligence. Maybe I am better at hot wiring it.
I'll say I'll need a stealth check to get to the truck without getting noticed.
Stealth check to get to the truck without getting noticed. You got it. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Okay, cast guidance. Gonna need a 4. Yeah.
No, too bad.
No. Then you start trying to like split off from the group and head towards the truck, and that is exactly the moment that these two guards start approaching. This one's staying a bit further back, and go. All right, stop. By order of the United States government, we need every individual going into or out of this town be searched.
I told you we were in the U.S., guys.
You notice these are clearly the same soldiers as from the observatory.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying bullshit.
This one is heading up. Just kind of holding his hand up to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to state your names and your business here.
we're trying to leave town, and our names are Brad, Mel, Star, and M. And
Also, Emma is again not with you at the moment.
and this is
This is.
we call him Hobo Brian. Well, he calls himself Hobo Brian.
Okay. From a radio, like you can hear this guy in the back mentioning on his radio. Okay, we've got looks like 4 or 5 individuals that match the descriptions of the attackers from last week. Send reinforcements to my location.
I
The minute he finishes that,
I shoot them.
you don't really have enough time to shoot this
Okay.
guy. As the minute he finishes that conversation, you see a swarm of velociraptor skeletons just swarms
Hell.
him, and he's devoured in seconds.
Oh!
I get everyone to roll
Absolute
initiative.
chaos. I love it.
Turn order.
Yep.
Also, a reminder, I have about 10 minutes left.
Hmm.
Oh, it's already almost 1. Huh.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
I forgot to click my token. Sorry.
This could be a good cliffhanger. Like we could stop on rolling initiative.
I will say it's a pretty good cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Just-
like
Yep.
this skeletons of
Carry down.
raptors is Carrie got big. Oh.
Not yet.
So I have a technical question for you, Graves. You said that the raptors devoured that soldier in seconds. Now they don't have the proper tubes to like get the meat to their stomach, right? So like, is it just they bite him and then do the movements like they're eating, but the flesh just like drops out through the hole in their skull?
It's honestly a horrific sight.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
They're just tearing into them, and now they're just like covered in the inside with flesh.
Yeah.
It's not a good pleasant sight at all.
Yep.
These things aren't too big either.
Yeah.
They're like, I think like 3-4 feet tall.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna try it. So, see ya.
All right.
I guess we'll stop there for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice game.
Nice game, everyone.
I'm